Now it's time for Hobo Reviews with Willie B.A. Hobo. Tonight's review, The Patriot.
Oh my god, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life! Spoilers. And God bless America, mama. What spoilers? There's this guy named Benjamin Martin, who's played by the crazy wackadoo known as Mel Gibson, mama. And the reason why he's crazy in this movie, mama, is because he doesn't want to go to war with Great Britain and gain our independence from those pesky, fancy British folks. Cause we're Americans, god damn it! But of course he's like, no, I don't want to because I have a family to raise. I've already lost my wife, their mother. What are they going to do without me if I go to war, mama? Therefore, I'm out. Yet they still vote to go to war because these people are geniuses down in South Carolina, mama. Meanwhile, Benjamin sends his family to a nice little home in Charleston, owned by the beloved aunt. And they are going to live there and live in subtlety forever and ever. At least until it's burned up by the British. Burn the homes! Burn the homes! And so they have to move on to some different part. And that convinces Benjamin Martin to go to war, mama. That and the fact that they shot his son. You know, the one that was in Small Soldiers, mama. Not the one that was in Barney's Great Adventure, though he's in this one too, mama. And by golly, his acting, well, let the Commander Xander mention this one since he did do Barney's Great Adventure. Commander Xander, your thoughts on the child who was in Barney's Great Adventure who had the bad acting and it happens to be in this movie, mama? Oh yeah, his acting hasn't changed a bit. Still pathetic. Yeah, you have to agree with Commander Xander on this one. With guacamole, yes. So anyways, the one from Small Soldiers got shot. Well, that's what happens when you try to be the more than the protagonist. And then Gabriel, played by the late great Heath Ledger, gets prisoned because he is part of the soldiers that'll be battling the Great Britons. So then this all convinces Mel Gibson to go to war and form a militia in order to stop the Brits from, attacking the Americans. Because, well, things are not working out for the Americans. Which I'm not surprised, because Great Britain. They're like the Soviet Union when it comes to war. Bam! They, dominate the U.S., who's, inexperienced with war, mama. And that's where Benjamin Martin comes in. He forms a militia, and they train, and they try and get to the level of Cornwallis and Tavington. That jerk! Oh, by the way, did I mention Tavington is played by Draco Malfoy's daddy, which kind of makes sense. He always seems to be the antagonist in my mind. Oh, and Cornwallis is played by the dude who was in Batman Begins. The one that played the guy who, created all this mob stuff, and then he got his head butt when Batman said, I'm Batman. Yeah, that one. He's in this movie too, mama. So anyways, that's beside the point. The point is, those two are in the movie, and these two are going to make sure that the Americans do not get their freedom. And that this is Britain territory, and it will always be Britain territory. Except, Cornwallis is not too thrilled about Tavington's skills and, abilities to kill people, because he doesn't want to kill people, he just wants to trap them and make them Britons again in my mind. But Tavington's like, oh, fuck you, I'm a rebel when it comes to Britons. We're gonna form a different group that somehow works for you and supports you, but we do it in a different way. Think of it as our, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, yeah, vigilantism. So then they go off and attack the church and burn the church. Well, they're naughty people. How could you burn the church? These freaking assholes are going to be rotting in hell, mama. How dare you burn the church? I don't care if they're being treason to you. Your burning a church causes you to send you to a one-way ticket to hell. In fact, I'm going to stamp it for you. So then, Gabriel hears about this because he got married to the daughter of one of the people who went to war at one point. But they all got burned up. So obviously Gabriel's going to let his emotions out on the prince. And he seems to have gotten the last laugh. He's going to kill Tavington. And just when he goes for the final stab, it's a trap! And Tavington turns around and stabs him right back with a long sword. And Gabriel goes down. And thus this makes Benjamin Martin emotional because now he lost 2 of his sons. And he can't stand going to war anymore. So then he's like, you know what, I'm going to mourn my son, but that's pretty much going to be it. Until he discovers when he's riding off that his son was carrying the American flag this whole time. And this inspires Benjamin Martin to go back and battle with the militia. And they are able to hold off Cornwallis and kill Tavington until the Frenchies arrive and finish the job. And thus they surrender and the Americans gain their independence. Think of this movie as like the miracle before the miracle happened. And by that I mean the miracle before the miracle on ice, not the miracle of the birth of Jesus Christ. And so then Benjamin Martin's reward is he gets his home rebuilt. And that's how the new world begins. I, for one, love this movie because if you're looking for something that's patriotism and fitting for 4th of July, this is the movie for you. This is Willie B.A. Hobo saying, freedom! You got freedom! Come on up with jail, will you? Come on, freedom! Come on! I'm sick and tired of doing this in this format, reviews like this. I don't want to do formats like the Commander's Ender. Where's my freedom for that?